All right, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I am with Steve Finn, and we are going to be playing his game, Cosmic Run Mining Colony. And this game, I think at first defies explanation a little bit because it has a lot of elements in it. It has some resource placement, it has some tile laying, it has some auction elements to it. And essentially what we're trying to do is build our colonies. So you can see on the board here, Steve's going to be at the top. This is his colony board, and I'm going to be at the bottom. This is my colony board. And we're going to be going through a couple phases. There are 5 total turns. And in each of those turns, we're going to be doing, I guess, 2 main phases, an excavation phase and a building phase. Actually, I think it's called development/building phase. But essentially, each turn, Steve and I are both going to have some options that we can bid on of what types of resources and buildings we're able to build in our colony. And you'll see that we're going to flip over these pieces into this area, and in this area is where we'll see what options that we have. And at first, the two of us will both bid on area 1 and 2. So we'll bid on which one we want, and whoever wins the bid gets to choose which of these two pieces they get. And then we'll do the same thing on 3 and 4. But in between, we're going to take those pieces and actually build up our colony. And the way that the colony gets built is you take the pieces and you lay them onto the board using these squares here, but you have to always lay your pieces so they touch a previous piece or touch the bottom row. So if you can imagine you're on a harsh planet and you're building outwards deeper into the harsh planet. And as you can see, as the game goes on, there's enough pieces on there that you can actually fill your board. The rounds that I've played, I don't think anyone I've played with so far has a perfectly filled board. But I've won a couple games because the person I was playing against wasn't using big enough pieces the whole time, and they ended up with a lot of empty squares at the end of the game. The way the point totals are going to work is you can see some victory point values over here. These are randomized every single round. And what they are is for every single type of colored construction, so either red, blue, or black, there's a victory point for who has the most of those buildings. Then there's a victory point for who has the most total buildings. That's what this gray is. And then there's victory points for who has the most purple, green, yellow, or white materials and science structures. And you'll see how we actually get those materials and build those science structures as we go. I think that after a round, you'll definitely wholly understand what's going on. So how do you think, Steve, do you think I did a decent enough job describing how the game works?
That was great.
Okay. All right, drink a little bit of water. So the way that the game works is every round we're going to draw one of these cards. And there are 5 of them, like I said, because there's 5 rounds. And the way that the cards work is it tells us what types of materials and pieces are available in each of these 3 areas over here that I mentioned. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see on this card there's a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. And that tells me what I need to do for setup so that Steve and I can bid. So for example, I need to take one of these L-shaped pieces and put it here, and I need to put a little red astronaut on that same space. And then I need a green and a purple, and I need a 2-piece here. One of the things that I definitely wanted to mention, because I think that the way that the game works is very smart, is that when we're playing here, since Steve isn't sitting here with me, everything's going to be a little bit slower than it is when you sit next to each other. And one of the things that's cool about this game is when you have 2 players, they both can be kind of like updating everything together. So it actually goes really quick. I don't want people to think that because of the way you're seeing it played here, that this game takes, tons and tons of time. I think that, I don't know, I think the games that we've played, Steve, are like maybe 20 minutes?
20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you need to have a 4-piece in the 3 zone.
Oh, is that a 4-piece?
Isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a little square, but it is. It's a 4-piece. And that's kind of that's smart.
My cat's coming to play.
Oh, okay. Well, we got another guest.
All right, what should we do?
Yeah, what's your cat's name?
Kai.
Hey, Kai. We got a cat on the stream. That's solid.
There it goes.
Okay, so now that we have our options, we each get to bid. And by bidding, we are going to each select one of these cards. and you can see that they're numbered 1 through 10, and that's how much you want to bid on getting to choose the piece you want in the first column. So Steve will choose one, I'll choose one, and whoever is higher gets to choose. If there's a tie, there's a little arrow here, and there's an arrow here. So if we're a tie in 1 and 2, Steve will get to choose. And if we're a tie in 3 and 4, I will get to choose. And so now I got to think about how badly I want this stuff. And there's a lot going on in this game because you need to worry about your building structures, and then you need to worry about the victory conditions as well. So, for example, there's a green and a purple piece here, and
Is that green or yellow?
that
Yellow.
one is, it actually is green.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On my screen it looks yellow.
Yeah, this
All
one
right.
is yellow up here. So that's actually
All right.
those translucent pieces are kind of appearing a little bit
Over
weird.
here they look green.
They
on
look
the
green
side.
on the black.
Yeah, but when they're on the board,
exactly.
they don't. All right.
Okay, so you got to think like, all right, do you want this green and purple? Because green is worth 2 victory points if you have the most green on your board. Purple's only worth 1. Or do you want to worry about these red guys? Well, red guys, that's worth 1 victory point. And then do you want to get the 3 pieces versus the 1? So I'm going to select my bid card. And then essentially what we do is, when you're playing in the real game, you flip over the cards at the same time, and whoever wins, wins. And since we're playing in Vorpal, we're just going to flip over the cards. I'm just going to double-click on it. And I bid 5, and Steve has no interest in this one. So I win. And then I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to select this bottom one. So I'm going to take what is a dome and 2 jewels, and then Steve is going to get a astronaut and this L-shaped piece. And I'm going to decide to build dome here and purple.
So while you're doing that, I'll just point out that there are these astronauts or the colonists. They go into the circular domes. And then the gems are going to go onto what are the storage units. And then if you get a ship, they go on the landing pads.
And
Right
if you
there.
ever can't fit them anywhere on your board, you lose them.
Right. Or on your there's a side card here called the staging area.
Yep. And so you can see I put this purple one on the staging area just because I don't know where I want it to go yet. So I can leave it there, and in subsequent turns, I can move it off the staging area. And then I put my green in this. I always call them factories. What do you call them, Steve? Storage facilities, storage units. And you'll see when we start to get into building buildings, if you build in the correct structure, you actually get to sort of upgrade your pieces into a science structure or a refinery. I read on that.
Science station and a research
station.
No, it's an outpost.
Outpost. Okay, so you'll see that we'll kind of try to build our board strategically so we can do so. So I'm gonna have to kind of do the building for Steve.
I'll take my colonist.
Yep.
You could put my colonist on the staging area card in the dome.
Okay.
And then take the triangle or the 3-piece and turn it so that it's in the upper right of my board, and it will be with the dome, and then it'll be the yellow center, and then it'll be the landing pad.
Perfect. And so an interesting thing to note here, and this is why Steve did that, is if you get a colonist and a ship, and you have a space in between that's empty, but still developed by you, you get to put the outpost there. So you need to structure your buildings so that you're able to get ships and colonists one square apart from each other, or 2 gems 1 space apart from each other. Those are the 2 kind of upgrade paths that you have. And you'll see as we build some buildings how that works. All right, so the next one we're bidding on is a couple of colonists and a white gem, which are valuable. And then a real big building, yellow gem.
Can I just trash the delete the card? That way I played already?
Yeah, you can just kill it right out of there if you want to. Yep.
There we go.
And so the yeah, it's got that crazy little going down the toilet animation. But
Good.
and the for folks watching at home, what that means is you only get to bid that number one time in the entire game. So an astute player will pay attention to what the other player has already bid and remember. But I am not, and I will forget very quickly, and I
Now,
will
you can also play variants where you leave them face up.
yeah, and that seems like cheating to me.
Yeah.
So, I'd rather just, I guess, end up being a bad player. Okay, so I'm going to. All right, I'm ready to bid.
All right.
All right, so Steve wins that one, and then we can leave these out here until we've placed our stuff. Well, yeah, which would you like?
I'm going to take the big piece and the yellow gem.
Okay, and just let me know where you want to place that guy.
I'm going to place the piece in the upper left so that the landing pad is going to be one space separated from the dome. And the
Okay,
yellow gem will go on the staging card.
all right. And then I had a question for you, actually, a clarification. Are you
Yeah.
able to move as many items off the staging card as you want?
Yes.
Okay, so you can always you could load that thing up and then just have them all blast onto your board all at the same time.
Yeah, you can only have one of each type of thing on there, though.
Yep.
But yes, you can move them whenever you want.
Okay, cool.
Uh,
All right. And then okay. I hate these one pieces. I never know what to do with them. Is is this a legal move to put my one piece just sort of hanging
yes.
off there?
Yeah, because it's adjacent to a previously developed tile.
Cool. But then
You're gonna have to get a one later to fill it.
right, I'm not
Yeah.
able to build a building there, correct?
You cannot build a building there until you have another single piece.
Got it. Okay, which is kind of crummy. All right, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm deleting.
And
Card.
then I'm going to put this purple over here and put this.
And I'll talk about the game while you're doing your thing
Sure.
too, because you're going to be setting up the pieces.
Yep, I'll be doing that next stage.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. People can't see my cursor, right?
People can see your cursor. Yep.
Oh, they can see my cursor.
Yep.
All right. So, but not the. Can they see the enlarged picture?
They can't see the zoom in.
They can't
Correct.
see the
That's
zoom
only
in.
on my side.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, while you're setting up the next round, because we're now moving into the next round.
Yep.
I'll just point out that these storage units have colors associated with them. The one way over or in the upper left of mine, there's a white one. It's hard to see on the screen, and this is also I'll be making on the actual final product. It stands out a lot more. I've added in additional elements to make it stand out. So those storage units match the colors of the crystals of the gems. So there's white, purple, green, and yellow. But then some of the storage units have multicolored pipes, which any gem can go there. The landing pads for the ships and the domes do not have any color, so you can put any colors there. At the end of the game, you lose a point as well for every open space on your board. So that's why you're going to be trying to fill up the board. In addition to getting things, you're trying to fill up your board because every open space is a negative point.
Yeah, and that to me as not a game designer, that seems like an insane amount of stuff to have to kind of balance.
Yeah.
All the different, so it's like the board shape or the little building shapes with which building types are on, with which color of storage units are on. It's like every little tweak I think could potentially screw something up.
There was a lot of tweaking.
Yeah, I bet. I don't envy that kind of I assume a lot of playtesting, but just
A lot of playtesting. What was good about what I always like about playtesting this, like I can almost do it myself. Although
True.
I don't know. There's the guessing of what the other person's going to play, so I can't really do that.
Yeah. Got a comment from the real Jonesy. No
Oh,
problem for the playthrough. We are excited to do the playthrough. So thanks for being watching and commenting.
yeah.
Okay, so we're back, and essentially we repeat from here. We're back bidding on 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, that's a white and a yellow, and then some buildings and a purple on the bottom there. Oh man, that white and yellow. See, and now my problem is I have just so many gems already that just don't know what to do. I don't have anywhere to put these gems. All right, I'm ready. You ready?
Yep.
All yours.
All right. I really wanted that yellow thing.
Yep.
So, all right. So I'm going to take the yellow gem and we're going to show people how this works.
Okay.
Let's take the yellow gem off of my storage card. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I can match this up. I have to make sure I can do this right. Can I see the piece again?
Yeah, it's up here. I moved it up. It's just sitting right there.
Right there. Oh,
Yep.
all right. I might not be able to do what I thought I was going to be able to do. Yeah, I can't do what I thought I was going to do. All right. Well, the yellow that I just got.
Yep.
So we'll leave the yellow on my store on the card.
On the card.
Okay. Yeah. But then we're going to put the yellow on. There's a yellow area underneath near this dome.
Yep.
In the upper right. Put that on there. There's a white storage facility
Yep.
on the left side. You could throw that white one there. And then what we'll do is, when you're, and then we're going to take this piece and then let's just build it up from the dome on the left.
Okay.
So that we have, it's basically going to go storage facility, dome, storage facility, pad.
Cool.
You got that?
Yep. And then you have a blue ship.
Let's put the blue ship on the, fill up that card there.
And so Steve's doing a smart thing here, which is essentially utilizing this staging zone to not really have to choose anything yet.
Yeah, I'm not committing myself to anything.
Right. So I, on the other hand, am committing all over the place. And just to clarify, Steve, I cannot build, if there's already a gem there, I can't build a building if there's a gem sitting there.
That's correct. Okay. Yeah, if there's a physical item, you cannot build it. Yeah, so what he's talking about is these extra structures that are built are always built because you have two items of the same color separated exactly by one space. So if I can get 2 yellow gems, I have now 2 yellow gems, but I have to get that yellow gem one more space away from the yellow gem already on the board. Then I can build the one yellow science research station, whatever I called it. The thing that looks like a tower with a ring.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's
that's not. I changed my name. Changed the name. Thanks.
Okay.
All the time.
So we're on to 3 and 4 here. I'm gonna trash my 1 card.
All right, I have to look at these pieces. That's a white storage facility at the top, right?
Yeah, they both have whites, and that bottom one has a purple.
And a red guy.
Yeah, and a yellow gem. So those yellow gems are. I might be giving up on yellow and letting you take the yellow.
All right, well we'll see.
Oh man.
All right, I know what I want. Or at least I think I know what I want. Question is, what do I want to play? I'll play this.
Yeah, so I'm
What do you want?
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm ready.
All right.
All right. So I win.
And I wasted a 6.
Wasted a 6. Yeah, that's the worst feeling. So I'm gonna take the 5-er here. And
okay, good.
Yeah. And that's how the
other one anyway.
That's a happy accident. It seems like sometimes. And so I'm going to build there. And then I'm going to move this white to the white. And I'm going to move this yellow into the staging facility. And then I'm going to move this red fellow to the dome. All right.
All right, so we're going to build the science station.
Okay.
So I think you should be able to see how it will work. Right down. The only way that it could work
Oh, to
is
put
by.
your to get your white up there.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so that should do it. We'll just put it right there, and then you're gonna build
Yeah.
one right there.
Yep.
Okay, so the white will go there,
Yeah.
and then that automatically nets Steve the science station right in between those two white gems,
Yep. So
and
it's like a
then you have
three
a
piece.
then you got a green.
Yeah, and then we're gonna build the green. Let me just look at my board. I will just throw the green in the upper left corner.
Okay, cool.
What's green worth? Green's worth 2.
Yeah,
All right.
green's worth 2, and I have only one of them,
You
so
have one green.
we're
Right.
tied on greens. Okay, so I'm gonna do the next round, and I think people probably, folks who are watching this, should be able to get a sense for the pace. Can be real fast. Once you kind of know what you're doing, you can kind of blast through this. And one of the things, Steve, I like, and it seems like maybe you like, is like small physical sized games as well. Like
I do generally.
I like being able to take them places with me easily if I want to sit at a restaurant or a brewery or something and play a board game outside. I like to do that, and so I very much appreciate that this can kind of go where you would want to, which would be nice.
Yeah, I tried. I mean, that's part of the self-publishing thing. When I started early, it was to make a lot of small games.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, Biblios was actually, some people know the story of Biblios, which was I started my own manufacturing, like little manufacturing company out of Seattle, and I bought a letter press that I had a die cutter, and I made like 200 copies of it that I called Scriptorium, and then Scripts and Scribes,
Yep.
and that's how I got my start.
Man, that's
So
crazy.
and I made it in a VHS case. I used
Okay.
to make my own cardboard boxes and all that.
Now, did you make this physical prototype?
I made this physical prototype. Yeah, I have, I have a nice color printer now. I have a 3D printer.
Yep.
I have labels for sticking on cardstock. I buy all the parts. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
I like it. I mean, I can tell it. I can tell it didn't come from like a board game factory, but
right.
definitely for the sake of being able to play this thing and get the feel for what it's going to look like at the end, I think it works really well. Okay, so we're back on bidding, and we got some good action going on here. Sometimes you get some crazy, just a crazy quantity of stuff all at the same time.
Yeah. All right. So we got purple, black ship, blue colonist, yellow and green gem, red. What do I have? I have a red guy already,
Yeah, you got a red in your
and I got a
dome there.
blue. Oh, a blue guy is there. All right. What's blue? Blue is 1 point.
Yeah, 1 point.
All right.
All right, I'm man, I don't love I don't love I don't love what I'm doing to my colony over here. All right.
All right. Ready?
Yep. Oh man. All right. So it's all
All right.
yours.
I'm taking the big piece, and I'm gonna do it to turn it to
Make your yellow.
make my yellow
Okay. All right.
station.
And you got a couple gems to deal with
All
here.
right. Well, the yellow gem is gonna go on the board,
Okay.
and then I have a green gem. Do I have a place to put the green gem? Yeah, I do.
You do. Yep.
Let me just think though. What, I have a yellow gem already on
Yes.
the.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
staging.
Let's put the green gem on the board
Okay.
in the only spot that it can go.
All right. So Steve again, he got a second science building there, so he's crushing the science building so far. Steve, a question for you from the chat. What is your
Yeah.
favorite aspect of this design? So essentially, what are you most proud of?
All right. So there's uh, there's a game. I guess I'm gonna read that as game designer as opposed to game publisher. Um, the thing that I like about it is that the tightness of the points in a way, and that we're actually. I mean, we really have to fight. Like every time that we're looking looking at the board, there's just a lot of information to process and to be thinking about. If I get this, you get that, but obviously you could tell by the way I play. I'm kind of a gut player. I don't. I'm not prone to analysis paralysis, but if some people are, this might be a game that there's a lot of possible thinking that you can go. But I think what I like the most about it is just the each individual decision, because there's the points really aren't a lot. Every decision you make, and sometimes though you could try to get something, and it turns out like just then, it was 2 turns ago. James took what I didn't want.
Yep,
So,
that just happened to me again. Actually,
but
you took what I didn't want this
it
last
was the
turn.
game originally started as we were just fighting for resources, and the loser would get nothing.
Ah,
And the I guess the design part that was the discovery was, oh well, let's have the loser get something, and then that changed everything. Oh, then it became like, oh wow, do I really need to win? Because I'm still going to get something.
right.
So I guess I mean, I think the short answer, even though I just made it into a long answer, is the, the every little thing has a lot of, there's every move you make, there's a lot of decisions.
Yep. And and you can already tell Steve is it's hard to tell sometimes from the board, but Steve is out pretty significantly ahead of me right now because of the colors that he was on. So he has a 2-pointer and a 3-pointer with his whites and his yellows, and I have a 1-pointer and a 2-pointer. So I have 3 points in my the things I'm dominating right now, and Steve has 5 points in the things that he's dominating right now.
But you have built an outpost,
Yep.
and you built a science sensor. So you have for the buildings, which is worth 3. So you're good for that.
Well, aren't we tied on that because you have 2?
No, right. But I mean, you're good in the sense that we're at least
Oh,
you're not
right,
losing. Yeah.
Yeah, at least I'm
Could
not
you,
getting
the
pushed.
other thing I recommend is standing up the buildings and leaving the people and the ships flat. That
Oh,
way
okay,
it's
yeah.
easier to you could spot very quickly how many buildings people have.
Yeah, that's a good
So
point.
if you stand up your outpost,
Yeah, I had the
yeah, there we
science
go.
centers stood up too, so that does
Yeah,
help.
right. Because now I can just immediately see you've got 2 buildings, I've got 2 buildings.
Yep.
Now
Oh,
there's alternate scoring rules too, where the numbers become multipliers, because part of the game is, up I'm losing yellow, or I'm winning. Well, in this case, I'm winning yellow. So you might just give up on yellow.
right.
At some point you're going to just give up on it, and then you're thinking mostly about how you're going to fill your board. But that's fine because it's a light game. But if you really want a little heavier game, then the yellow 2 victory point token means every yellow thing you have is 2 points.
Yep.
So then there's a lot of calculating at
Yeah,
the end.
that's a very different game because I remember
Yeah,
the first time we played, we didn't understand that you just won the victory points. So
right.
like we looked at the 2 boards at the end, and I was like, oh well, my wife and I have pretty similar boards, but then I ended up winning by like 10 points because we hadn't internalized the idea that, oh, if I win black, you don't get any points for black. And so it
Right.
definitely changes your strategy,
Right.
which of the 2 ways you're playing. So, okay, so now we got a bit again. We have. I have no domes. I have no domes.
And there's no domes there.
Yeah,
So
I have an overpopulation problem happening significantly here.
I have to look at my board and figure this out here.
Oh yeah, I am a catastrophe situation.
All right, I know what I'm doing.
I think I know what I'm doing too.
Yeah. My decision is, when I don't know what I'm doing, I'll let you decide.
Right.
I'll
So
just play the lowest number, and you can decide, because they're both kind of good for me.
yeah, so that one was critical for me, and the reason is I feel like I really need to get this green win right here.
Yeah.
To pull ahead in greens, because if I
Right.
miss
Right.
it,
Right.
we're almost
Yeah.
out of buildings. So I'm gonna take this green, and I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to take the white and put it on the multicolored, and then I lose this astronaut because I don't have space for him.
Right.
And we're battling on blue, so
You have no yellow, correct?
I have 1 yellow in my
So 1 yellow in your storage.
in my
Okay.
storage. Yep. All right, so you're up.
All right. So let's take the red guy that's on the board
Yep.
and stick him. Uh, Let's stick him in the dome that's next to the white science station.
All right.
And then let's take the little piece and let's fill in the spot
Okay.
that's, the isolated spot up near the upper right. Okay. And then I got to decide. Let's throw the white. Wait, how many white do you have?
I
You
have
have one.
two. I got two.
You have two whites?
Two whites. Yeah, this one
Is there?
here.
Oh, over there. Okay,
And that
good. Yeah,
one
I can
there.
see that.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to put the white into the space that you just
Okay.
created,
Yep.
on the board. And then I think I'm going to have to throw away the yellow.
Okay.
Right?
I think so. You don't.
I don't see any pieces.
All you have is a
space up
purple.
there.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. So we're battling. You're kind of. I mean, that was a move to defend the white. Since yellow, you're way ahead. So yeah, I'm not even making a play on yellow, really. Okay. All right. Sort of. And I will get the board set up. The from the chat, you had a thanks for the answer and excited to get my copy. So you have two backers.
Thanks for backing.
On the
I'm
the
not
stream
sure
tonight.
who it is, but thanks.
Yeah, hopefully, I'm really hopeful that it succeeds. How do you feel? Is this?
I'm hoping that there's there's 1,285 people who are following
It. Yeah.
Now, usually at the end, I get only about 12%, but right now I have about 5% of those have backed it. So there's like, I don't know, whatever it turns out to be, like 60 to 70 people are backing it.
Okay.
So if I can get that last 48 hours, I'm hoping there's a lot of the people out there, who will just come in strong at the end.
Yeah.
I think it should happen. So technically, if you make it, like someone did a statistical analysis once, I don't know if it's still the same, but if during your campaign you make it past halfway, there's
it's like
90,
yeah, right.
whatever, 90% chance.
Right. So
I feel good that it's going to happen.
Yeah, you used the term earlier that there's just so
never know.
There's so many psychological experiments happening on that site.
Yeah.
It is. I feel like somebody's writing papers about that somewhere. Just
right.
The idea of the stretch goals and the high funding goals versus low funding goals. Do you want to get funded in the first 24 hours or not? I mean, it's just insane the level of depth that people worry about that stuff. Okay, so that's a yellow and a white on the bottom and a dome. I love that dome.
The pieces size. All right, I have to start thinking about the piece sizes and where things are going to end up fitting.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I think I know what I want.
I'm going to do.
And all right, here we go. All right, I'm overbidding like crazy. I could be stealing these things.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, I'm gonna take the four.
Yeah, see, the 4 would possibly hurt me if I end up getting a 5 later.
Yeah, because that would be hard for you to deal with.
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't even think about that. See, and that's the kind of thinking that, if you knew what you were doing, you would be doing.
Yeah. The board starts. My board is starting to fill.
Yeah, it's gonna
4 there, and I get a 5 later. I'd be totally messed. I have to leave space for a 5 in case I get it.
Got it. Okay, yeah. So it's dictating your play. All right, so I'm gonna lose this purple jewel. All right, so you're up.
All right, let's put that in the lower right corner of my board.
Which one? Yep.
The double piece.
Okay, and then
it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Yeah, let's have the yellow gem in the corner.
Okay.
And then let's stick the yellow gem from the staging card onto there.
All right.
Onto the board.
Yep.
Let's put the red guy that's on the board into the upper right corner of my board.
Got it.
Let's put. All right, so now I have to look. What do you have for blue pieces? Just the blue
Just the one, yeah,
colonist.
the one blue astronaut off the board. Yep.
All right. Let's put the black ship on the board in the upper left corner near the green gem.
Got it.
And did you already build the green thing?
No, I have
No
not
one's
built
built
the
the
green. No,
green.
haven't got it yet.
All right. I can't see the bottom, the pieces. Can you push like the?
Oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah, because you can't. Yeah,
know.
you can't see which buildings are still out there.
I can't see what buildings are left.
Yeah, I didn't even think
Yeah,
about
there we
that
go.
being a need. Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, the blue building is left.
All right. So the green gem can go on the storage
Okay.
part, on the thing, and as well as the red person.
Cool. So essentially we're racing for the remaining buildings. You don't need the buildings, but it gives you
It does help usually.
it gives you a bonus.
No, you can occasionally win without it.
Yeah. You got a comment here, Steve, in the chat. So many bad games on Kickstarter that make so much money. You just need to start making minis games that cost $200, and you'll be golden, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to disparage minis
what
games.
Happens? I would go ahead. I'd spend a year making it, and I'd go on there, and I'd reach the funding goal on the last day.
Yeah. And then you'd really be in trouble.
And I would have spent like thousands of dollars on having miniatures designed and spent thousands of hours doing it.
Yeah, I like those games every once in a while, but for me personally, it becomes kind of exhausting with how big the campaigns get. It's like I bought Zombicide way back in the day, and I just got so many miniatures, and there were so many stretch goals that like when it finally finished, I was like, what the heck did I just buy? Okay, so.
All right, let me ask you this. That is a green and a yellow gem in the upper right?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Yep, green, yellow, and then purple and white. So that green right there, that's a hot commodity. So I am afraid. All right, this really might be a terrible decision, but we're going to do it. All right.
I'm going to take a chance.
Okay.
Because you win ties. So you didn't play your 10. Maybe you played your 10 already. No, I had to get it. I was worried you playing your 10 because if you win a tie, you win the tie.
Yeah, so you're going for the green, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm picking the green.
Ugh.
I have to find a place to.
Yeah, you got to find a place to actually. You can't build the building though.
I can't build a building yet.
Right. Then you got to hope for a green next round.
Yeah.
Got a comment. Just getting into the stream. I've been loving the vids I've seen on BGG and can't wait to play this. So you got a couple.
Well,
you got some good backers showing up tonight, Steve. That's good.
My backers are great. They're the best. All right. So are you waiting for me to tell you?
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I'm picking the top one with the green.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw it in the lower left corner.
Okay.
With the green gem in the lower left corner.
All right. Like that.
Yep.
Okay, the green gem in the lower left corner. You got it.
Let's put. What do I get? How many red pieces do you have? You have one.
Just one. Yeah, man. I'm in the doghouse.
How many black? You have.
Three.
You already built the black.
You already
built the black thing.
I got the black building.
Let's put. I'll see if I can sneak in on the black. Let's put the black on the board.
Okay, on your dome there.
On the dome.
Yep.
And then I think I'm gonna throw away the yellow gem.
Throw away the yellow. Yep.
Throwing away the yellow gem.
All right. So I'm gonna take. I can't believe I wasted my money on that. Dang. I shouldn't have spent that 10. That was a bad move. Okay, so I'm gonna take the blues and I'm gonna build the blue building. Actually.
Yeah. See, you spent the 10 early.
I did. I spent the 10 earlier.
See, I can't remember. I'm terrible at memory games.
Right. Me too.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm also like it's an hour past my bedtime.
Yeah.
I'm an old man now. I get tired at 9. I wake up at 5.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay, so I'm gonna put that white out there, and then I have to throw away this purple. So I got the blue building built.
You did.
So this is actually, it might be a little bit closer than I thought it was going to be.
It's close.
But close. I think what might really hurt me is the board.
We'll see.
Being not full,
Well, some big pieces might come out.
Well, we got a fiver. That's good.
Yeah.
A 4.
A 5-4. Oh, no, on the same one.
On the same one, yeah. So then
That's good.
a 1 and a
Well,
2.
I mean, that was that's on the same one by design.
Yeah, just because it creates tension, right? Like
Well, no, I mean it's also so that yeah, some of them are like 5 and 2, but I had to have a couple where build people still needed to kind of fill their board, so that it wasn't always if you lost you were totally messed up.
Right, right.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, that's the round. That's oh, I wasn't thinking. The shape of the 5 piece is not the shape that I was
Oh yeah, it's
envisioning.
the wrong orientation.
It's the wrong
Yeah.
orientation.
Yep.
I forgot about that. Oh, but that's okay. I can still put the 4 there. It's a
So
good.
a couple comments before we start our last round here. Sig to Lefty, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Apologize if I'm not. Likes Rado's variant to keep your played cards out, which we discussed earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's totally
Yeah.
totally legitimate way to play.
Yep. And then Coder of Codes got here late. Will primarily be playing this game solo,
Yeah.
like he does with Herbaceous and Sunset Over Water. So I personally haven't played the solo variant of this yet, but I'm going to give it a go. So I can't speak to it, unfortunately.
Well, I actually like it. I I've been working. I've been getting more. I've been getting better at solo things. The Cosmic Run Regeneration. I think the solo. I did a really good job with that one. Rapid Fire was probably a little weaker than it could have been. But I think this one's good.
Yeah. And then
I spent a lot of time on this one.
I'll take that opportunity to plug myself for 1 second here, Coder of Codes. If you're going to back this and get it, and you would like to be able to play it in kind of a similar fashion to how we are doing, this system, this Vorpal board system that we're playing on, is going to Kickstarter on Monday. So if anyone in chat is interested in the idea of being able to play some of these games online with their friends using this system, check us out on Monday. All right. So final round.
All right, here we go.
Oh my gosh. This is a... All right, I'm gonna do this one.
Okay.
All yours.
Yeah. All right, let me think. All right, let's take the 4 piece.
Okay.
Let's turn it so that I can get the green
All
science
right.
station.
Dang it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you want to place the purple, I assume, on the board. Not gonna matter, but
It's not going to matter, but I'll place it, yeah, on the purple
yep.
thing.
And then you'll get the green. You want to do it right now?
To the green.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it now. Yeah, no reason to
Well,
hesitate.
I was hoping maybe you wanted to wait maybe until next turn. Okay, so you rocked the green. Any other moves that you want to make off the
Not right
setup
now,
board?
no.
Okay.
I don't. No.
Okay. All right. So
Nothing.
let's see if I can actually do anything here. I don't really think I'm going to do anything of any major consequence. Look, there's not much fancy stuff to do. No, I don't think so. So, and it's a 2 or a 1. Okay. The only building we have left is the red, and I can't build that, so I don't have to worry about it. All right, so then I'll put my purple here. How many yellows do you have? You have 4, so I'm not going to compete on yellows anyway. But I'll put it on the board. All right, so last play, we're forced.
Yep. I have a 4 left.
I have a
and
4.
You have a 4, and you win the tie.
All right, so I win the tie. That the only time that tiebreaker came into effect.
Yeah.
And you have, man, you have 5 greens too. This is a catastrophe. I only have 3. I have 3 whites. You have 4, so I can't beat you there. If you get that black, you will tie me. So I am going to take the black. And I will put... There's really not anything for me to do here, but I'll just put these out here, and I will score the guy. All right, you're up.
All right. What do I have? Oh, I think I can. Let's see. Can I do the research state? Can I do the outpost?
Yeah, can you pull that off?
Well, I have the pieces for it. I don't
Oh,
know if I have the board.
oh yeah, I don't know if you do.
Yeah.
Because you have a purple one there. If you hadn't placed that, you shouldn't have placed that purple one last turn.
Oh, yeah. You told me to put the purple on the board.
Yeah, I used a Jedi mind
Well,
trick on
it's
you.
not going to matter anyway because I'm still going to win the red.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not going to win the blue. So let's just throw it in the gap
In the
there.
middle there.
Doesn't matter where you do it.
Yeah.
And let's throw the yellow piece as much. Just throw as much stuff on the board as you can.
Yeah, yeah, just to finish it out here. And yeah, this red would go
I
there.
can move the blue ship on there.
Everything's going.
Yeah.
Going out of business sale here. So this is going to be a beatdown, folks. This stream has become me talking to designers and then getting crushed by designers at their games. But that's okay. I can take it. You have pledging for Regeneration Deluxe along with Mining Colony. Can't wait. So
thanks a lot. I
yeah,
appreciate it.
and really everybody, for some of the folks who didn't get here until later, spread the word, right? Like we're going to be looking for a big bump sort of at the end of the campaign for this one. I'm already a backer, and I'm telling all my people about it. So definitely thank you for the support so far, but got to close that thing out because I want this game. All right, so points wise, it looks like you. Well, let's start with me because I have less.
Oh, we can just go through the. Who's got the white?
Yeah, so white is.
That's me.
Is
right?
Steve. Yellow is Steve. Make sure I can get these on the board. Green is Steve. Purple is me. So I'm pulling in that 1 pointer, which is always what you want to get. And then blue is me, which is another 1 pointer. And red is Steve. Black is me. And total buildings is Ty.
Might be you, right? It's not. Oh, it's Ty.
Yeah, we each have 3.
We each have 3.
So that throws it away, right?
Yeah, and then you're gonna get slaughtered with the.
Oh yeah, which is the minus points, right? So
-1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm at a -3 board.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure, but I think that's you don't want to be in the minus, right?
Yeah, the scores in this game can feel very brutal.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's 2 to -1.
Right.
Exciting.
Yeah, after mentally you've had like a hard fought battle.
Yeah.
All right, so then you would have 5, 7, 8.
I have 6.
6. Okay, so 6 to -3. Just that's bad. So well, thank you for playing with me. I
Thanks
appreciate
for having
me.
I wish you success on the Kickstarter. I would recommend everybody. This is for someone who just experienced this for the first time. This was fun.
Yeah, and as a designer, what we're hoping that maybe in the designer community, this would be a valuable tool for like playtesting and stuff too, where you could just sort of throw it out over on your table and actually playtest stuff.
Yeah, because when I work with Pencil First Games, Ed is in California and I'm in New York, so this would be totally a good thing because we are. I mean, today I shot a video of a new game that I'm working on with him, and this would be something that we could just do.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And so details about both Kickstarters, because we have one live and one about to start. Cosmic Run Mining Colony is going to be running until April 29th. So if you have not backed it or you haven't checked it out yet, definitely go do so. The Vorpal board Kickstarter is starting on April 22nd, which is Monday, and will run until late May. I think we're ending on a Sunday in late May, specific target. So if you're interested in that, please check us out. The easiest way to follow us is probably to go to vorpalboard.com and sign up for the mailing list, or just go to, there's a link to our preview page there for Kickstarter, and you can hit the Remind Me button. Any final questions coming out of chat? I'll give you like 10 seconds. But a lot of love from everybody who came into the chat late for you, Steve, here. So a lot of backers, so that's great.
Good. Thanks so much for everybody. To everybody watching.
Yeah, and
thanks to you.
Yeah, I wish you the best of luck. If you're going to be, are you going to be at PAX Unplugged this year?
I am definitely at PAX Unplugged.
Okay,
that's
cool.
like the one convention that I can actually go to.
Yeah, I love it. I went to it for the first time last year, so I will. Oh, we do have a question. What is your next Kickstarter game, Steve? Any teasers?
The next Kickstarter, all right. Well, the next Kickstarter I have will be for a what I think was going to be like a Dr. Finn's Fun Pack, which will have some special cards. I want to make. Some people who've been playing Cosmic Run Regeneration had said they wish there was some way to mark when a planet was scored. So I'm going to have these hex cards, hex shaped cards that are. I had to find a company that can make them that will go over the planets when they score, so they don't change the game. And I might come up with another game or two, but the purpose of that Kickstarter will be to raise the funds for the artwork for Institute for Magical Arts remake, and that's one of my earlier two-player games. And when I first made the art's good on it originally, except that I had to, some games where you have repeat art uh, on some of the cards. My goal is to have 50 to 60 individually design illustrated cards. And again, the illustrator is amazing, and I'm not going to say who it is. It's going to be a mystery. Let's see if people can guess it. Shoot me a Twitter and tell me who you think it is.
Cool, cool, very
Yeah.
cool. So we'll be looking out for all that stuff. And
Sorry, I'll just say one quick thing
yeah.
too. Well, also, Pencil First Games and I will have another Kickstarter coming out real soon. Again with Beth Sobel and Keith.
Man, all right. So
Yeah.
we got breaking news. I should have had
Breaking news.
the little like news.
Yeah.
We got breaking news from Dr. Finn tonight. Yeah, we have people went kind of crazy at that news. So
Right.
that's cool. I'm excited. Chat's excited. Thanks very much for coming and playing with me. Everybody check out Cosmic Run Mining Colony, and we will see you guys next time.
Take
Thanks.
care.
Thanks, Steve. Take care.
All right, James.